Chengde Steel Mill operated a fleet of Mikados of two types. Here we see the SY type, industrial 282, made at Tangshan Works. The other type that they used is the JS freight locomotive, standard 282 type used on China Rail system. The engine is backing down into the China Rail yard where it's going to pick up a string of cars carrying minerals to the steel wheel, which lies in an outlying area over a fairly high ridge. So the interesting thing about this railroad is the hill climbing aspects of it. There's hill climbing on both sides of the ridge, although the more spectacular side is the side we're going to be looking at today. At this point, the trains were equipped with one engine, which carried the trains across a long bridge across the Whaley River into about a mile and a half, where there was a two-track section where the train was stopped and would pick up one or two helpers. This is the two-track section here, controlled by an operator that controls the switches, signals, and controls traffic in the single-track section ahead. What the operator has this control box controls the signals. This is a better view of his operating station. This is the token machine. They use a token system on the hill block. The token system allows them to control traffic on the hill. Here's a downcoming train. It has three engines on it, one on the front, two on the back. One of the engines in SY is cut off from the train. The train then proceeds down further to the China Rail yard to leave the cars in that point and come back with more cars, loaded cars. Here's an upbound train powered by JS 282. He cuts off and drifts into the section. The operator comes out and hands him the token for the section. There goes the token. Now, the SY has been coupled up to the rear of the train. Engineer looking around, make sure everything's right. It's a very hot day. It was almost 100 degrees in the shade here, and that's why the engineer had no shirt on. Locomotives are all both both hand-fired. There are two firemen on the engine that take care of stoking and also making sure the water level remains properly in the boiler. So we got a pretty good start here, no slipping. These crews do this many times a day, so they're very well trained for this. We're now in the middle of the hill. There's a train coming up with two JSs, one on the head end, one on the tail end, pushing. Blast on the whistle. These locomotives have whistles and air horn, which are controlled by foot pedals on the engineer side and on the fireman's side. We're now in the mill where we see an SY that has manipulated these ladle cars over a track scale to weigh the contents of the molten metal, which is now inside those ladles. So that they come from the place where the steel is produced as liquid steel, molten steel. The molten steel is moved from the steel making plant to the plant where the product is created. This mill makes what are called long products, that is reinforcing rod of high tensile strength and pipe. The ladles are now reversed and moved toward the steel finishing section of the mill. This is the kind of work that the SY is really designed to do. That is work in steel mills, cement works, coal mines. Sloping tender allows for a very good view to the rear, so it's easily run these engines in either direction without any trouble. Here we see a downgoing train leaving the tunnel, one of the two tunnels that are at the top of this ridge. There are two tunnels close by each other. It's coasting down. Loads and empties. There is a pusher on the back because up to the tunnels on the other side there is an upgrade. It's fairly short and direct, but nevertheless, steep upgrade. Train coming up the hill, shot from a different point, high on the hill, near the tunnels. A double header on the front end, an SY and a JS. And then into the tunnel. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the movie. And watch my other movies.